Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. My update for the month of May, for the Senate elections, for May of course. A lot of change, a lot of change. You're gonna look at my map and think, you're crazy as hell. And I am. A lot of primaries have happened in between these last two Senate predictions. But let's go from the West Coast to the East Coast as we always do. First up, Washington. This state could end up being below 10, it could be single digits. It really depends if the national environment gets redder, which it probably will happen. I have it as R+5 right now. As the environment gets redder or bluer, it gets more and more harsh to the incumbent party as we get to November. So we have that to look forward to. So this state could end up becoming competitive. The Senate race, I doubt it flips. If it does, that's a best case scenario for Republicans. Oregon, Ron Wyden probably breaks even with Biden's numbers. He's very popular in the state of Oregon, and the Republicans down there are kind of in a contested primary right now because they don't have a declared winner. Though it seems like Joe Ray Perkins will be the nominee, who's far right as hell. Next up is California. Alex Padilla isn't losing. Republicans haven't nominated anyone good. James Bradley seems to be the guy who's going to be coming in second place. Who knows? Next up, Nevada. Uh, we're in a very tight race here. Uh, I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna flip this back to blue. I had it as red for the longest time, but we're gonna bump it back to blue. Let's make the map all nice and pretty. I think Captain Cortez Masta will end up, as of right now, she's pulling out enough fundraising and pulling well above Laxalt to the point where she was pretty safe. She's kind of leading very narrowly right now, very by a tilt margin, so I'm going to have it as a tilt margin. Mark Kelly, this is a state that I've had as tilt D as a long time, and that's changing. I'm going to have it as lean D because he's leading by double digits against Blake Masters, Mark Brnovich, as well as Jim Layman. The guy is seemingly very popular in the state. He might end up becoming immune to the wave. Uh, but of course, anything can change. Republicans doesn't have a set nominee right now, so the Republicans are kind of like, if it's not my guy, then it's no guy. You know how the Republicans are. And so, we know Arizona, lean D as of right now. Kelly wins by around 2 points. Wins by around two. Alaska's, that's going to be safe red. Kelly Tshibaka is going to end up losing to Murkowski by around 2 to 3 points on the final ballot. Brian Schatz and Bob McDermott. Schatz probably ends up winning by around 20 points. Colorado, Bennett. I don't think Ron Hanks or Joe O'Day, Dara, or however you pronounce his name, are putting in enough of an effort. Bennett probably wins by double digits, 10 points or more. Mike Lee probably underperforms the generic ballot, most likely. Evan McMullen's a pretty strong candidate, though Mike Lee is also a strong candidate in his own right. There are a lot of Lee McMullen voters, so it's kind of interesting to see if they, fuck McMullen, he's become a Democrat shill, we're going to stay with Lee. Or, like, I remember him, I'm going to vote for him because I don't like Donald Trump. And Donald Trump's been taking a lot of L's in the primaries recently, which good. Make him learn that we want real populists, not the far right, in our elected positions. Next up, Mike Crapo probably ends up winning. John Hoeven, John Thune, safe. Their seats are safe. Jerry Moran probably outperforms the generic ballot as he always does. Probably wins by 20 points or more. Uh, James Lankford, I thought he was going to be in a contested primary. Doesn't seem like the case. He's probably going to sadly win renomination and win by like 40 points or more, if not 50. Mark Wayne Mullen, same thing in the special election. Chuck Grassley ends up winning by 20 to 30 points. Polling is showing that. Polling has him with a Clinton handicap leading by 25. He's probably going to end up doing much better, even though there are some resistors out there saying he's going to win by 9 or less. These people are insane. Next up, I had Mark McCloskey as the nominee for the longest time, but it seems like Donald Trump will end up endorsing Billy Long instead. And in the only poll with Billy Long and Lucas Kuntz, it has Long at 16% and Kuntz at 17%. So that's not a good poll, but I do think Billy Long will end up winning by 20 points anyway, as he is a strong candidate. I really do like Billy Long, so there you go. John Boozman won his primary. Wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be, but that's fine. I thought Paquette and Morgan were going to end up winning counties. They didn't, but that's fine. I think the Trump endorsement did save John Boozman. It absolutely saved his ass, if you want my honest opinion. If Trump had endorsed Paquette or Morgan, Boozman would have been gone. That's just my take. John Kennedy probably gets 55% of the vote or more come election day. Alabama, We're in a runoff currently between Mo Brooks and Katie Britt. Katie Britt is probably going to run away with it, but I am hoping out for a Mo Brooks victory. Hoping out, but safe far regardless. Marco Rubio wins by double digits. Easy. Probably wins by 12 points or more. Georgia, Herschel Walker is currently leading in polling. Georgia's polling is very accurate, general election polling anyway. They barely underestimated Biden or barely underestimated Trump. So I'm going to have this as lean Republican. As of right now, Walker ends up winning by 4 points. He underperforms Kemp, which when we do the governor's prediction, I'll explain what Georgia Gov is. Tim Scott, he'll outperform the generic ballot as well. Probably wins by 15 to 16 points. Ted Budd, this seat could become safe Republican in North Carolina. Polling has had Budd at like 8 points, 7 points, so on and so forth. Very close to a double-digit victory in polling. So as of right now, I'm going to keep this as likely Republican, a Budd plus 8 victory. It could end up becoming safe by the by November. We'll just have to wait and see because Sherry Beasley's not a great candidate. Now next up, Kentucky. I think Rand Paul will outperform the generic ballot. People are saying he's going to underperform like he always does. I don't see it this time. Rand Paul is becoming, the voice of the voiceless, because the country's becoming a lot more libertarian, in a way. So, and I think Rand Paul will actually outperform the generic ballot just barely, not as much as someone like Jerry Morin or Tim Scott, but he'll outperform. Ohio, this race I think is Vance plus 9 as of right now. There's not enough polling to say, hey, this will be a safe Republican victory. Um, Tim Ryan, pretty good candidate. JD Vance, a pretty good candidate in my opinion. The Republicans are seeming to back JD Vance. There were some people saying that, ooh, Matt Dolan won't back him, Josh Mandel won't, and they're all backing JD Vance. So Vance will win. Todd Young, he'll win by 20 points or more. Tammy Duckworth, she does not have any good opponent. It seems like Peggy Hubbard will be the nominee against her. So Tammy Duckworth will end up winning by like 12 points or more. She'll outperform. She'll outperform the generic ballot most likely. She'll be one of the few Republicans to outperform along with Ron Wyden and Chuck Schumer. She'll outperform just because she does go with ancestral Republicans. Uh, Wisconsin. Okay, I'm gonna say this is lean Republican. A there's not really the only Republican that has led Ron Johnson into poll is Tom Nelson. He's kind of getting destroyed in primary polling right now, and it's looking like it's either going to be Mandela Barnes or Alex Lasry or Lasry or however you pronounce his last name. Either football guy, lieutenant governor guy. So progressive or populist? Who knows? I don't really know Alex Lasry that much, but I do have Ron Johnson winning this seat by around 4 points, same margin as Walker. Either of these seats could end up becoming likely. I should have Wisconsin as likely are. I'm keeping it on the safe side for now, just for now. As my Clinton handicap says, he's winning by 8, but I don't really trust polling until around August, Tom. So there's that. Pennsylvania. Oh, we got a very contested. Mehmet Oz isn't going to back McCormick if he wins. I'm not backing McCormick if he wins. And I am not the election stolen guy. I'm not. I made 2 entire videos just ranting about why the 2020 election wasn't stolen. But if McCormick wins the primary because of undated ballots which should not be counted, then yes, the election was stolen from McCormick, wasn't from Oz. And I don't blame any Republican who doesn't want to back McCormick. You can say that I've lost touch, whatever. Um, my girlfriend's a Democrat. She agrees with me. Just saying. So, as of right now, I think it's going to be tilt Democrat. It's very divided primary. Fetterman might win. He's a strong candidate, but so is Dr. Oz. David McCormick's not. And so if McCormick's the nominee, it bumps up to lean D because 30% of the base will not vote for him, at least. Donald Trump will say, don't vote for this guy. It's over. He might back a third party. Who knows? I am actually backing a third party guy named Joe Solosky for governor in Pennsylvania because I don't like Doug Mastriano nor Josh Shapiro. People are calling me a rhino, but I don't care. Going to New York, Chuck Schumer, same thing with Ron Ryan. He will go break even with Biden's number. If not succeed it, he'll outperform Kathy Hochul by 5 points or more. Full stop. That's all I'm saying. Next up, Vermont, a race that I'm hoping will just be a bit closer. I will be happy if Christina Nolan wins more than one county in 2022. If she wins 2 counties, I consider that a victory. She wins 3 counties, beyond impressive. That's all I care about. She's not going to win. I love Christina Nolan to death, but she's not going to win. I wouldn't put funding here. The best I would say is, hey, Phil Scott, can you? I would call Phil Scott and say, can you? Is there any way you can help Christina Nolan make it closer? And Phil Scott's endorsing Christina Nolan, so if Republicans want to say, hey, Phil, help us out best you can. We're not going to put much funding into this, but maybe you and Christina Nolan can get your base out. And Phil Scott will be on the ballot with her, so hopefully that helps. I'll leave New Hampshire last. Connecticut, we had a poll come out between Blumenthal and Clarides, and it was by 10 points, and Republicans are underestimated Connecticut by 6 points. I'm not going to put it as lean Democrat. I'm going to put it as likely Democrat. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm putting my big boy pants on. I think this race is going to be competitive. Well, it's just one poll. I could come back and laugh at this. It's just one poll. That's it. So don't get your hopes up, guys. But I'm going to have it as Blumenthal +9 as of right now. Maryland, there was a chance this could have been competitive. Larry Hogan's not running. It's over. And the final state, New Hampshire, you guys are going to be shocked. But I'm going to have this as tilt Republican, actually. Actually, no. Scratch that. Psych. It's going to be tilt Democrat. There's going to be no change. The only flips is Georgia and Pennsylvania. Maggie Hassan will narrowly win re-election, very narrowly. I think she's going to run against Chuck Morse for as of right now. I think Chuck Morse is a better choice than Don Bolduc. I used to be a strong Don Bolduc guy, if you remember. But this is my current Senate prediction: 50 Republicans, 50 Democrats. What do you guys think? Do you think I am a wishcaster? Do you think I'm underestimating Republicans? Tell me down in the comments below. Don't forget to follow my Twitter at Chaotic Politics. This is the Chaotic One saying peace.